Welcome to the Steve Show. Today I want to talk about planning for 2017. We're so close to New Year's here. What are you going to do about 2017? So I want to give you a little bit about how I start to plan next year. And it started weeks ago. I start planning things out, but I want you, if you haven't started to plan 2017, or even if you have, I want to give you some pointers on what you can do to make 2017 a spectacular year. The first thing that I do is I actually plan my personal time. Now you might be saying, what? Like so many of us put our work, I've got this going on. You're setting up your business and you're thinking all about the business. And that's the biggest thing that changed my life, was starting with my personal. And one thing I just want to say right now is that so many of us, we work to have what we want. We think, this is the belief that we have. We work, and then we fit in our life. And so the first part of my lesson here is that you know how to fit things in, right? So start building your life and then fit your work around that. And you might say, Steve, how do you do that? Right? And how am I going to do this? If you're an entrepreneur and you have your own business, you're looking at, well, I have to take care of my clients. And if you're an executive and you work for somebody else, then you're like, well, I'm dictated by what they want and need, which is partially true, but not 100%. So let's back up and let me show you what I do. The first thing I do is I sit down with my wife and we plan out what we want from the year. What holidays do we want to go on? Where are those vacations going to fit? And we start placing that out, how we want to do it. Then I start wrapping my head around, how can I work my job? How can I work my business? For me, it's my business. How can I work my business into that format? And even I also want to say, even if you don't know how you're going to afford that trip, or you want to spend time in Europe, or you're looking at what to do, the first thing is to acknowledge the dates. If we don't put things on our calendar, it will never become a reality. Like, you have to actually start to plan for it, to actually start saying, this is what I want, and I choose it. And when you choose to have that, things will start to formulate so that you can have that. And so that's why I choose my life first. I put down what I want personally, then build all my business around that. How am I going to, what do I need to do to build the income to go on that holiday trip? What do I need to do to build my business around that so that I can go on that trip? So I can't express it enough. And it is a mindset shift. You're going to have like a little bit potentially a resistance to saying, how can I do this? I don't know how to do it, Steve. Well, the first thing is just plan it. Then ask yourself, I guess I need to go back to another lesson. Sometimes we get caught up on the how, when a lot of times we need to actually pick the destination and then allow for the best route to unfold as we're going. There's so many times when you're driving your car and the guidance that you were going to take, something might happen. There might be an accident on the road, or maybe there's an exit that closes, or different things happen and we have to change our route to get there, but you're not going to stop. You're going to keep going, most likely. I don't think many of us pull over on the side of the road and say, oh well, I guess I'll wait and make my way when the road reopens. We don't do that, right? We go and find a detour. And that's something that Michelle Masters, one of my teachers, always said, we don't pull over on the side of the road. So what I want you to do is take that and think about that for your life now. When you start putting your plan in place, you might not know exactly the roads to get there, or you think you do, and they might change. So it's setting your sights on the destination and then allowing the road to take its course. And so the second step is then, what do you already know that you need to do in order to have what you want? So just to go over this one more time and back up, I put down my personal items on the calendar. Then I go over with my business partners what we need to do to make those things happen. And there might be a little juggling. There might be a little bit of back and forth, but then we find our way. And then things start to unfold. Then I take what I want from the year, and then I divide it in. The next step is to divide it into smaller chunks. What do I need to do every month to make the 12 months, the whole year? Then each month, what do I have to do each week to have the outcome I want for the month? And then I take the week, and what do I have to have for each day? Now those are going to shift. Over 2017, I'm going to review every month and every quarter to make sure that I'm on site of where I want to go, and we're on track, and things always end up a little different. Like if I look back at, December of 2015, then I'm standing here right now at the end of 2016, and things are not exactly the way that I wanted. In fact, they're better. They're better because I set my sights on what I wanted, and then I allowed the how to kind of move and go through. And all you can do is plan out the year, divide it by 12, know what I need to get done each month, and then divide that by the weeks, and then divide that by the day, and then each month review. So what I want you to do, the last part of this tips here, is that I want you to plan at the end of every month. Give yourself an hour or two to review and look at what worked that month. And you can do this for every week as well. Like I always talk about, and I've done it in other episodes, you need to plan tomorrow, today. So there should be a little daily check-in of 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes to just check in what you're going to do for the next day. Make sure your itinerary is good for the day. Then every week, maybe you spend 30 minutes checking the week. So you schedule this on your calendar for 2017. It will impact your life tremendously. I promise. It has for me. And it has for so many of my clients because they start to pay attention. And then every month, give yourself an hour, hour and a half to regroup from the month. And then give yourself maybe a couple hours to 3 hours every quarter. And then by get to the end of the year, then I give myself a day or two to really scope out the next year. So I'm not telling you what to put on your to-do list for 2017. That's your job. But I am telling you a little bit of structure here. So I hope it's been tremendously helpful for me to have that format and to allow. So just a quick recap, put your personal items first. Second thing is put what you need to do in your business or in your work, and then divide that by 12, then divide that by 4 for the weeks, and then divide that by the 5 days a week or whatever you want to work. Some of you might only want to work 3 days a week. Well, then what do you need to get done in 3 days in order to meet what you need for the month? See, and these are all the what ifs. So you can start dreaming that, hey, I'm only going to work 2 days a week and take 5 days off. Well, that's completely possible if you can get everything you need done in 2 days. But you have to ask yourself that question, can you do it? And start planning for such. So I hope that was helpful. I look forward so much, and I wish all of you bringing in the new year, I hope you do it in a safe, fun way, and you just really celebrate life. In closing, I want you to be grateful for whatever, even if 2016 didn't amount to exactly what you wanted, be grateful for what you have, for that will help you push forward into 2017 in an amazing way. And I just wish all of you the best in 2017, and I look forward to helping you. And what you can do for me is let me know what are the things that you want to work on for what we're going to continue to shoot in these episodes coming forward into 2017. How can I best serve you? Comment below. Let me know on social media what's going on for you, where are your challenges, and I'd love to give you whatever I can to best help you. So I look forward to serving all of you in 2017. And remember this, choose gratitude and create freedom.